Hey, and welcome to our first update for 2022. We're so glad you guys are following along with us in the Tribe Social journey. So, I'm going to take just a few minutes and walk you guys through some of the changes that we've been pushing live over the last couple weeks, as well as some of the things that are going to be dropping in the next couple weeks. So, let's jump right into it. If we jump over to Tribe Social, as always, you can jump over to the update section. And 0.16 was released on the 14th of December. We didn't really make a big deal of it. The holidays got busy, and we just never got an update out to you guys. So this is me now doing the update that was from almost a month ago. So let's go from the top down here. So the first thing we did is Tribe Social trademark on blockchain is finally live. So all of your content, all your videos, all your images are now stored on chain with our partner Storj. And so we're super excited to get that live. We had teased it a couple, maybe back in November, early November, October, and finally got that live for you and moved all content over. So you don't have to do anything. All your content got automatically moved over to the new Storj system. And now anything that you upload in the future is going to this new system as well. So really excited about that. When we pushed that live, we actually did a new video player layout as well, just to refresh that. There was some UI bugs where it didn't. Sometimes the video player didn't look great on a tablet, for example, or on certain size screens. So I'll show you what this looks like now. We've got a little bit more of a boxed layout, and as I'll kind of compress this down, you'll see that the video player just kind of gracefully sort of scales down in size here and just kind of changes the width. It's still keeping the aspect ratio, still got the chat there. And then as you get into the phone option, it'll do something like that. Let me move myself over to that side of the screen so you can see it. So you've got the chat where you can post comments there. You can still scroll, obviously, here, but that is a cool little feature that allows us to just make it look a little better on all devices. And so if you don't have a chat enabled, this new next up component will be sitting over to the right here. So that is a pretty sweet feature. We actually took the structure of this from TED.com. We thought that was probably one of the better examples we found, where it just sort of scales down just like this and right there. So let us know what you think of that. I know that's kind of a big change. The video content is kind of the main page on the site where people actually watch the content. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So new video layout, and that is one of the new features. We've also added a couple improvements here, so I'll run through these pretty quick. As far as groups go, we have added the ability for you to add a purchase link to a group. So let me show you what that looks like. If I jump over to dashboard here and I go to a specific group, you can now add a purchase link to this group. So if you have a private group that requires a purchase to access, this is something now that if you add this, and there's a little note right here that explains how it works, but if you have a sales funnel or a landing page or a store where people need to go check out to buy access to this, you can add this link. And what that's going to do is if you're on the groups page and you do not have access to this, you're not currently a member of the group, and you click anywhere on this, rather than opening up the group page, you will be taken over to that purchase link. So it'll open a new tab, it'll take you over to that landing page, and then they can your users can go and check out through that process. So that is a new feature, which has been pretty helpful. Again, if you don't add anything here, it's just going to be just like it always was. We've actually had this purchase link here, but we didn't really implement it with the structure and kind of the workflow that it is now. So that is something new. The other thing we've done is kind of build out some of the admin functionalities for a group. And we want to give a shout out to the Raising Royalty folks who sponsored this for us. Something they wanted, but they sponsored it, and now everybody gets it. So you can thank them for this. But this just adds another level of control for setting admins of a group and also managing users like this. So when you're in a group like this, you can actually click over to a group admin, and you can set any creator or you can set any admin as a group admin. So I could add more than one admin here and click save. Um, and then I can jump back over to the site here. And if I click into this and go to members, you'll see that I'm set as an admin. Here I'm an administrator. That's my Bruce icon there. And there's another Bruce here who's just a member, different account. And now I have the option to also remove that user. So before, you would see all your list of kind of approving users at the top here. But once you added people from this view, there was never a way to basically remove someone from a group after that. So if you do need to remove someone, that's where you would do it. It's going to be in this members group here. The other thing that will happen is if there are members that need to be approved, you'll get a red dot here with a number on it. So let's say there's 6 new users, you'll see a red dot with the number 6 in it next to the members group here. So if you're just coming to this group, you can quickly see that there are members that are requiring approval. So that's just making it a little bit more obvious. We've got lots of cool plans to do some cool notifications down the road, but that was just a little touch that definitely makes it a little bit more obvious if there are people that need to get approved. So number of other little fixes throughout the site, and I'm thinking of what I want to touch on here. I think that's there. There's just a couple little bugs that we have been pushing and getting those out to you guys. There is one other thing we've added. Let me just pull it up here. I think I'm going to show it to you guys on this site. If you are building, let's go back to dashboard. So go to collections. There is now a collection type here. So this is the first venture into having kind of themed collections or different types of collections. So right now we have a default, which is what everybody will get. And then all your content is set, or all your collections are set to default when you jump onto the site. But you can set it to a course. So we had this request where we had those little check boxes. So if people wanted to check and track their progress, a mark as completed button, they can mark that they've completed a specific lesson. You'll see like this one here, this workshop. If I click into it, it's got this completed flag, and we can actually see there'll be a mark as completed. Let me set this one real quick. So if we go collections, November workshop, set that to course, hit save. Let me just show you. So before, there's no mark is completed. And if I go to back here and now go to this, we refresh this, you'll see that it's got all these checkboxes here. So when I turn on the course mode, it's going to add all those checkboxes there and add the completed status there. And if I click into a session, it's going to have this flag here where you can mark as completed or unmark it there. And so again, if I turn that off here and set it back to just a default, all those checkboxes and all that's going to go away. So that was a little feature. That's a small thing, but we added to where all collections looked like that. And then we had some of you reach out to us and ask us to take the checkboxes off. So now you have the option to add it either way. So those are all the updates for this January 11th, 2022. We'll be updating you in the coming weeks. We have a very exciting update that includes Zapier, which has been a much requested feature, but I'll be updating you in the next week or two on that. So if you have any questions, comments, drop a comment below, and you can also email us at help@tribesocial.io. Until next time, we'll see you.